Hello, my dear student. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, here is our last skill for Unit 7, the media. So we are going to learn on writing skill. So we are going to focus on how to write a report. Okay, here are our learning objective for today's lesson. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the usage of formal registers focusing on passive forms in a report to the college dean on starting a TV channel for pupils. Explain and justify your point of view on the types of program you would show on a TV channel or maybe a radio station for your own school. Next, you will be able to use formal registers to write a report to the college dean on the types of regular features and articles it could include for a monthly magazine for students using the format provided, which is the planned and the exemplar in activity 4 provided. And finally, you will be able to ask about and explain the advantages and disadvantages of the 7 suggestions made in activity 5 and then decide which of the 7 suggestions you would like to include in your magazine. So basically, the success criteria will be based on this achievement of yours. Rewrite suggestion from active sentence to passive sentence. Identify passive sentences in a model report. Identify that use the passive voice or a gerund. Identify sentence that best to be used in recommendation in a report. And also, in terms of speaking, by right, you could list the ideas on the types of program for a TV channel in your school or a radio station in your school, and also use linkers or sentence connectors or cohesive devices to organize your ideas and justification. And also, hopefully, you could state all the advantages and disadvantages needed. All right, first and foremost, all right, this is our focus for writing a report in making suggestions. Okay, reports are usually written in formal language to give information and make suggestions or recommendations. A good way to make your suggestion sound more formal is to use the passive form of the verb. For example, instead of saying that people could do something, you can say that something could be done. Okay, so you must understand that in a report, you will need to give information. Okay, you see the word there, to give information. And also make suggestion, memberi cadangan or recommendations by using formal language. And you should know that a good way to do so is using the passive voice. Okay, let's have a look at your practice number 1. Okay, this is the very first activity for your writing. Read the instruction of activity 1, which is rewrite the following suggestion in the passive. So if you want to recall what is passive voice, you may refer to your textbook, if I'm not mistaken, from page 87, because we have dealt with the topic last time. So they give you 2 suggestions in the active voice that you need to rewrite in the passive voice. Okay, now the first one is we could upload short news videos. So in active sentence, okay, in active sentence, we here is the subject. So here is the subject. Could upload should be the verb. And this one, short news videos, is actually the object. Alright, so in this case, how are you going to rewrite in the passive sentence? Okay, so I'm going to share with you the first answer, how you could rewrite the suggestion in the passive. Okay, the answer would be, alright, the answer would be right there. You can see short news videos could be uploaded. Alright, so the object is now at the beginning of the sentence. From we could upload short news videos, when you change to passive voice, it becomes short news videos could be uploaded. So what about number 2? The active voice, we could employ fewer news reporters. Can you change the sentence into the passive voice? Okay, you may share your answer later with your English teachers. Alright, now we move on to practice number 2. Okay, please read the instruction first for activity 2. So the instruction is write suggestions that could help in the following situations. Use the passive. So they give you 2 suggestions. So from the instruction, you should know there are 2 situations that need to come up with suggestion to improve them. Okay, so you have to write the suitable suggestion. The first one, young viewers say that we show all our music program too late at night. So what is the suitable suggestion for that? Remember, you have to use or to rewrite the sentence in passive voice. Apa cadangan yang sesuai untuk mengatasi masalah yang telah dinyatakan? Okay, alright. One of the example should be, okay, our music program could be shown earlier for young viewers. Okay, that is one of the suggestions that you could make, right, to solve the problem from the sentence that. So meaning to say that program music sepatutnya ditayangkan lebih awal untuk penonton muda. Alright? Okay, what about number 2? Some of our viewers say that they don't like commercials being shown during films. What does it mean? Okay, ada penonton yang tidak menggemari iklan ditayangkan semasa tayangan sesuatu filem. So what is the suitable suggestion that you could give? Okay, so make sure when you want to write the sentence, make sure you write in the passive voice. Alright, so now please have a look at activity 3. Read this writing task, circle the subject of the report, and underline what you have to write about. So there are 2 parts to the task. Okay, ada 2 tugasan from this activity. The first one is circle the subject. The first one, you have to identify the subject, then you need to circle of the subject of the report. The next one, you have to underline what you have to write about. So let's read the question. Alright, your college has decided to start its own TV channel for students. You have been asked to write a report for the college dean about the types of programs it could show in order to provide information and entertainment for students, explaining why they would be popular. So which one is the subject of your report? Can you identify from the question? Yes, the subject of the report would be, alright, this one. TV channel for student. So what you have to write about, apa yang patut ditulis untuk report ini? Alright, first you have to write about the type of program. Alright, next one. What else? You have to explain why they would be popular. So those sentences that have been underlined are the things that you have to write about. So write your report in 140 to 190 words. But in your actual SPM, it's between 200 to 250 words. Alright, next is, okay, read this report that was written in answer to the writing task in 3. Okay, this is the sample of answer for the previous question. Underline the suggestion made in the passive. Then answer the questions below. So you must find and underline the suggestion in the passive, okay? Not in the active voice, in the passive voice. And answer questions about the report. Alright, but firstly, I will read aloud to you the report first. Okay, the title of the report is Report on the College Television Channel. The introduction. The aim of this report is to describe the kinds of television programs that students at the college would find informative and entertaining. So the information, students often complain that they do not have enough information about college facilities such as the library and the performing arts studios. Programs about different areas of the college could be shown each week. Students would be able to see all the facilities and learn how and when they can use them. College news program would keep students up to date, and useful information such as bus timetable could be included. Entertainment. What's on program? Telling students about films, theatre performances, and concerts that are coming to the college would help increase audiences. Video clips of films and bands could also be shown, as these are always very popular. In order to make our foreign students feel more welcome, multicultural themes could be also included. So the recommendation, I recommend that a good mixture of news, college information, and entertainment program be broadcast on the college TV channel. This will encourage all students to become more involved in the life of the college. So firstly, can you share with me why you think the writer did not use the passive voice for all the suggestion? But before that, let us try to find out which one is the suggestion made in the passive. So firstly, in the passive, this is one of the answer. Program about different could be shown each week. Other than that, okay, correct. This one also one of the suggestion written in the passive. Useful information such as bus timetable could be included. Other than that, from the entertainment part, alright, correct. Video clips of films and bands could be shown. And also, finally, multicultural theme could also be included. Okay, alright. So the first question would be, are all the suggestions in the model report in the passive? Awak tengok balik dekat cadangan-cadangan yang diberikan from the information and entertainment, adakah ianya ditulis dalam passive voice? Alright, we go again from paragraph 2. Alright, students often complain that do not have enough information about college, such as, okay. Alright, the first one is passive, right? Okay. Alright, this one. College news program would keep students up to date. Alright, this one is not written in passive, but still it is a suggestion. Okay. Alright, next one is passive. Okay, we move to entertainment. Okay, this one, watch on program would help increase audience. Okay, this one of the suggestion, but it is not written in the passive. Compared to the next one is written in the passive voice. Okay, next one is of course in passive voice. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have about 5 suggestions, are all written in the passive. Yes, the answer is nope. So, do you think why this report did not use the passive voice for all the suggestion? Kenapa dia tak guna ayat pasif untuk kelima-lima cadangan yang diberikan? Okay, the reason is if you write every suggestion in the passive voice, it would sound unnatural and too formal in a way. Okay, next one. Does the writer give reason for all the suggestion and the final recommendation? Okay, maksudnya adakah penulis ni beri sebab untuk semua cadangan-cadangan yang diutarakan, and also adakah cadangan or recommendation terakhir dinyatakan? Alright, the answer for this one, yes. If you see, if you notice, when the writer gives suggestion, before the suggestion is either before or right after the suggestion, the writer gave his or her reason for that particular suggestions. And at the final recommendation, as you can see there, still they give the final recommendation by starting the sentence with I recommend. So the answer for this one is of course a yes. So now another task for you is you have to decide the types of program that you would show or you would have in a radio station for your own school. Okay, this one is television channel. So for your task, I just want you to share with me, imagine on what program to have in a school radio station. Okay, you have to remember that the radio station is run entirely by your friends, meaning to say by student, for student. So I would like to read your ideas, what you need to do to get more listeners to your radio station. What kind of program that you love to be in your radio station. So later below the description of the video, I will share you the link so that you are able to share with me your ideas. Okay. All right, next.